Greetings and salutations. This is the ever glorious Imperator Vespasian, even though I do say so myself, and his ever awesomeness, trusty sidekick.
Hello.
We're in a good mood today, aren't we?
Indeed.
Yeah. Football's coming home. Right.
I've fallen muscles, so it's not that good.
Yeah, actually, by the time I put this video on, I'm not sure if we'd have had the match by then. In that case, it might not be as fun. Right. We're doing Thesbian Hoplite. We're doing Thesbian Hoplites today. These are the glorious Thespians. You will have heard of Thespians, named, of course, after. Actors are named after these guys, but they're actually not. It's a lie. Actors are named after a chap called Thespianus. That's who all actors are named after. They're called Thespians. These are Thespians who lived in Thespia. They are not the same as the guy who Thespians are named after, although they did put on a really good show. Thesbian Hoplites were famous for being unbelievably stubborn and dumb on the battlefield. They would not leave. They had this death wish. The Spartans are famous for being stoic and holding the line. That's only ever happened with the Spartan King Leonidas at the Battle of Thermopylae. The Spartans actually thought nothing to running away if it meant it was tactically advantageous. They were very, very good tacticians. These guys, they would actually just stand in line and just sit there and fight until they died. And sometimes they had to die to the man. You had to kill all of them. During the Peloponnesian War, the Athenians defeated the Spartans. Or rather, the Spartans decided to withdraw. The Spartans left the field and along with the Arcadians. And the Thespians stayed in the field and they carried on fighting. And the Athenians had to completely surround them. And they were fighting in such close quarters, the Athenians were actually hitting each other by accident. Because the Thespians just wouldn't quit. Awesome guys. So they are unbelievably stubborn. Thespians have this cloak. That is from the Spartan box. I didn't have enough to go around, so I scratch built quite a few cloaks on these guys. So they have their green cloak, which is quite cool. Green shield or blue or teal shield. Problem with time is pigments change colour with time, which is why we don't really know what colour shields the Romans wore, because the few samples we have, the dye changes colour, but we do know they wore different colours. So they had a green shield or teal or whatever with the half moon on it. Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
When the Persians originally invaded, under King Darius, they sent troops to aid the Athenians during the Battle of Marathon, and they did particularly well. They got quite famous out of it. And when it came to Leonidas marching his troops out to fight against the Persians the second time, the Thespians went along with them. About, I think, 600 of them went to fight. And during the last day, Leonidas ordered the Greeks to flee, to get out of there and go and save themselves. And the Thespians refused. They said, if you're staying here, we're staying here too. We're going to die here with you. And where the Spartans broke up and fought individually, single combat, all over the place, so the Persians couldn't deal with them. The Thespians retreated to the top of a hill and they just stayed on the hill. And they fought to the death. The Persians just had to keep attacking them, and eventually they all died. Great heroic last stand. So really the last stand of the 300 is the last stand of the 300 and the Thespians.
Yeah, but no one really cares about them.
Well, their leader, Demophilus, he has a statue next to Leonidas' statue. If you go to the battlefield now, there's statues there too.
Is anyone alive now that like the Persian Empire?
That like the Persian Empire?
Or like follow it With its tendencies.
We're talking about the Persian Empire from the eyes of the Greeks, because a lot of the stories about the Persians are from the Greeks, and so far as the Greeks are concerned, these guys were
Evil,
utter
horrible,
barbarians.
yeah.
Yes. The Persians weren't barbarians. They certainly had barbarian practices, but so did the Greeks. The Spartans threw babies off cliffs. That's not normal. The Plataeans burnt women alive, chosen by lottery to ask questions of the gods. Give a message to her, set fire to her. It's just like...
Like the Celts went,
The
hey,
Celts did the same.
hey priest. And the priest's like, oh no. Oh, I thought I was going to say no sunrise today. Never mind. Yes. Can you say this message to God? Not really, but you know, it's our choice.
I wasn't planning on dying. Yeah, that's a problem. If you have priests that genuinely believe in their religion, then what's to stop you asking them questions to ask? In a personal way.
Does God exist? Clock!
Tell God that they so this happened throughout history all over the world, and they still do it in Africa now. So the Thesbians were renowned for being very, very good soldiers and very stubborn in battle. And no one really knows why they had this reputation for standing and dying for no reason. Because often there was no reason to carry on fighting, but they just did. Just some sort of honour that they had. Odd fellows, the Thesbians. Combat-wise, we have the coppice, which is a axe, believe it or not. People call it a sword. It's called a sword in history books. It's actually an axe. It's weighted at one end. You've seen Greek swords. It's weighted at one end and you use it to hack limbs off. It's a very useful weapon. They're stubborn. They also have dogged, which is they can replace a casualty on a roll of a 6.
That's 9.
Yeah, that's quite good, isn't it? Not as bad as the Immortals.
Not the Immortals.
That's way worse. That's like fighting zombies in old Warhammer, where every zombie you kill comes back on a 4.
So or Chaos Marines in general.
Or Chaos Marines in general, yeah. You just can't kill those guys.
They come in a wormhole.
Yeah, sorry, and that's what they do. They're average in combat, but they do have the bonus of being stubborn as well, which means that they're hard to break. So they're average actually fighting, but it's harder to make them actually fall back, beat them. And that's it. So, questions?
Play it.
Well, yeah, I'll let you ask questions about them.
What's the moon crest? Why do they have a moon crest?
It's the moon.
Why do they have it for their symbol for their state?
Their god.
Well, the moon doesn't signify God.
No, it's actually the moon the sun in eclipse. I think actually, not the moon.
It does look like that.
I think that's what it originally was. I'm not sure.
Then why eclipse?
Because the sun goes over the planet Earth goes over the moon. Goes over the sun, and it's like really awesome. And you don't know what this stuff is up there. It's a big black sky or white sky, or whatever. And no, it's white sky obviously because it's daytime. And the moon suddenly, this big disc in the sky suddenly goes over the face of the sun.
Unless you're black.
I don't know. Well, some of them are turquoise. I don't know. I'm not an expert on this stuff. Just a symbol on your shield, isn't it?
It'd be supposed to signify something awesome.
Well, it does, because if you imagine, alright,
you see the V, you think, oh, Sparta because of the upside down V and everything. You think of, AR for Arcadia. There you go, well done.
Arcadia, yeah.
Perfect. That does not symbolise anything.
I think it must more be the sun in eclipse, not the moon, because of the size of the actual. It doesn't look like a half moon.
But still.
I don't know. I never actually looked it up. I just know that they have that particular shield.
What are the helmets?
helmets.
They've got like a point at the top of their helmets.
Yes, some of them do, yeah. It's just the type of helmet that they wore.
Everything else is the same as Spartans.
Pretty much, yeah. They're quite Spartan-like. They were very Spartan-esque. Although, not really professional army. Well, they certainly had standing soldiers, but not in the same way that the Spartans had, where everyone was a soldier.
I guess what's this then?
Sorry, I was saying about the moon. You imagine the moon, right? It's this big disc in the sky.
Yes.
It's a huge thing. It affects the weather and stuff. Well, tides.
They didn't know that.
They knew it affected tides.
No, they didn't.
Yeah, they did. It's easy to work out. You get a high tide when they were sailors, after all. You very quickly work out things like the world being round when you're a sailor.
No, this is what I know about the moon.
Go on.
When you see the moon, it's nighttime. When
Yeah.
you don't see the moon, it's daytime.
You can see the moon in the daytime.
No, you can't. Only sometimes.
Yeah, you can see the moon in the
Not all
daytime.
time.
Yes, you can.
Not all the time.
So, you're a ye olde ancient person, and you see these big stars in the sky.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, obviously, the Quran does tell us that the stars are angels that are ready to be fired like missiles at demons on Earth. Right? So that's what they are, because we live in England, and now it's illegal to say they're not. So all these scientists who say that they're actually suns are lying. It's all a complete lie. It's made up completely. It's all a lie, completely. Disgusting. All these scientists just lying their asses off. I think they should be put in prison, personally, for hate speech. Anyway, so these... You've got the sun. You've got the moon, which is this big thing in the sky. You don't really know what it is. It's a big thing in the sky. You know it's there, right? I mean, it's just about within distance to fly to on a winged horse. And so it's not that far away. And then occasionally, the moon will go either in front of the sun and make an eclipse where it goes all dark and it's like really freaky and scary. So clearly that's got something to do with gods, hasn't it? Because only gods can do something like that. Or every month the moon starts off with a big thing and then gets a little bit cut out of it and another bit cut out of it and another bit cut out of it night after night until eventually the moon can't be seen because it's like being eclipsed by the planet Earth. Again, if you're a sailor, you can very quickly work out that is the Earth blocking the sunlight from the sun. Mm-hmm. It's quite easy to figure this out, and the Greeks figured it out. Mm-hmm. But 1,000 years later, another dude had a different idea. Mm-hmm. So the Greeks are wrong. The Earth is actually flat. The sun sets in a muddy puddle, which is amazing. It actually, with a hissing sound, the sun actually sets in an actual muddy puddle. It's fascinating science.
And you can watch it.
Yeah, you can watch it set, and it goes as it actually sets, and then it rolls underneath the flat Earth, right, and rolls back up the other side.
What I want to know, right?
Yeah.
Is if it because the world's flat.
Yeah, yeah. It's illegal to say it's not. Remember? Yeah, carry on.
Why is the water not fall out of the planet?
Because there's an edge. I think.
Like a sandbox.
Like a sandbox, very much. So the Earth's very much like a sandbox. So I suppose if you do live in the desert, and don't sail in ships, and don't have people around you who've ever sailed in ships, and
how come, yeah? When you go to Alaska,
yeah,
you can walk, basically, straight to the other side.
Yeah, you walk right to the edge of the Earth and look down.
But you go straight into America. That's on the other side of the flat world.
No, that's made up. That's not true. Sorry, we're not allowed to discuss that. Sorry, we're based in the UK, we're not allowed to discuss those sort of treasonous, blasphemous things, such as the Earth being round. Okay, anyway, back to the shield. So they thought this was really amazing, and so it was important to them, something to do with their god, and they stuck it on their shield so it looked cool. Questions?
No.
No? So you're happy with that?
Yep.
Yep. Okay. You seem to have a sort of cold or something coming on. No?
No.
No, okay. So that's the Thesbians. No questions? Outro.
So if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe and comment down below what you think of the Thesbians.
And it's goodbye from me.
And goodbye from him.
Thank you very much for watching, and stay safe, people.